Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video of the round dark table. My name is Hal, and in this new series I'll be editing your photos. I just imported this video that was submitted by Johan Talsma. Thank you, Johan. And he says that this picture was taken in Groningen in the north of the Netherlands last summer. Alright, looks very nice. I just imported this as it is. I did receive Johan's edit, but I will not look at it right now. We'll see it at the end and we'll try to see how I did it, how he did it. Keep in mind that there's no correct way of editing a photo, and I'm certainly not claiming that I can do it better. There must be thousands of ways to edit a photo. It's all subjective and depends on the final photo that you have in mind and what you wanted to convey with it. Alright, after this really long preamble, let's crack on. The first thing, as usual, is to look at the crop. Well, we certainly want to get rid of this, but we can, retouch it out if we wanted to as well, but I'm not sure if we like this. I like the curvature and both curvature, maybe a bit of distortion on this building. It really works with it. However, I'm quite sure this is a really wide angle lens. Maybe we can see. Where is the lens? Alright, I'm not sure why I can't find the lens correction module, but I don't want to spend time on it. It's not important now. Anyway, I think it's a wide angle lens. We can see the distortion here. Going back to the crop, I have to think about whether I want to try to fix this because it's really distracting. I don't think it adds anything to the I apologize to Johan in advance. For me, I don't think it adds anything to what I would like to show in the photo. I think this looks quite nice. Gives me a bit of a tourist, maybe pyramids feel. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to try a square. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's see another crop. Then we're going to have to. Now I will go back to square. I think that directly gave me the cut that I was thinking of. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. Color calibration. It looks like it was quite sunny. Well, obviously it was quite sunny, but it was maybe I don't know, early afternoon. Let's see. Can try it like this, or can see what the AI would do. That made it a bit more yellow. Daylight. I think I'm gonna stick with this. Okay. Alright. Next I'm going to look at the exposure. Can't see a lot here. This is a bit dark as well. Let's see if we can fix that. Change this first. Oh, skipped it already. Here's the histogram. Let's try pushing this a little bit to the right. Try to fix the midtones. Bit much? No, I think that's good. I think it's going to be a problem that the light is a little bit harsh, but we'll see when we get to it. Next, filmic. All looks okay. Maybe get a little bit back of the Oh, burnt highlights there. Well, not that much, it's fine. This looks okay, right? Don't have to push it too much. Yeah. Okay. Let's see the reconstruct. Going to try to get all of this a little bit in the reconstruct, and again a bit towards texture since we do have color information. For the new viewers, all of this is covered in the Darktable from A to Z series. You can find it on the channel. Alright, options, a few more high quality reconstruction. Do we need it? Yeah, it's better here, I think. Let's see, what did we do till now? Cropped it. Okay, so far so good, I think. Now let's see, a very important part for this photo, I think, color balance. There's a lot of empty skies, nothing against it, but it's just I don't think it adds much to the photo, so it's going to be difficult to change this. But going back to what I said about tourists and pyramids, maybe we can try to give it an old 70s photo kind of look where the sky wouldn't be that bright. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so let's just check where the shadows are. Well, not very surprising, I guess. Highlights, okay. Let's center the white fulcrum. Let's see. So I'd want to add yellow and orange, and then maybe, yeah, decrease the color saturation / chroma. Let's see what we can do with that. Shadows. Let's put yellow in the shadows. Adding a lot of yellow because I'm going to decrease it later, I think. And then orange. Is this orange? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do we decrease it all? Or do we try decreasing more in the shadows first? Let's see. -30. And in the highlights the same. And keep the midtones, or maybe even push them a bit up to compensate. Let's see. Okay, what did we do so far? Without, with, without, with. Yeah, I think it's getting there towards what we said. A bit of saturation change. What would we want to do with the saturation? We decrease the colors in the shadows. Push a bit of saturation everywhere to see what that does. That's a bit much. Or do we want just saturation in the midtones again? What does that do? No, not in this. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's getting that colored alt photo look. Okay. I'm not going to denoise, actually I'm going to add noise, but before we do that I'm going to use the diffuse or sharpen module and use it to add local contrast. Let's see. Yeah, a bit much, or a bit, let's try a bit less iterations. That's fine. I'm gonna now add some sharpening, but then I'll do it by hand to see what we want to do. I'll try a bit of sharpening in the first and a bit more. I'm gonna add grain, so if it's a little bit sharp then this looks nice, I think. Yeah. I'm going to add more, and I think this is good. Yeah. Let's see, is there a bit of noise, I mean, but I think I would like to introduce more. What do we use to introduce? I can use the grain, I can use the blurs. No, not the blurs, it's going to be too blurry. I meant the sensorize. Let's try it with the sensorize and add just noise. You can see it a bit too much maybe, but let's see, we'll put 0.2, bit more. Yeah, I think this is better. I think the people are too sharp maybe from here. We don't need them to be that sharp. Let's go back into the diffuse or sharpen and add a mask, gradient. What does that look like? Maybe more contrast. Yeah, did that help? Let's see. Before, yeah, I think it did. We don't need them to be sharp. Okay, it might be too colorful still for the effect I was looking for. Okay, that we can fix, hopefully, and I'm just going to do it here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we need a bit more sharpening, just a couple more iterations. Yeah, no, one maybe more, I mean. Okay, anything else? Certainly some vignetting, but we'll do that at the end. Guess we might be finished. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Let's add an exposure module, put it at the top, and then I'm going to let's see, invert it, and then I'll try -0.5 just for a little bit of Okay, a bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see without it, with it. Okay. Yeah, that looks like what I had in mind. A old postcard, if you've ever seen them. Imagine this is the pyramids and these are tourists walking in front of it. We all saw those postcards at one time in our lives. Or maybe I'm just dating myself, I don't know. Okay, we'll go back to the crop, we'll take a snapshot and we'll compare them. That's the photo out of the camera. And that's what we did with it. Okay, now let's import Johan's edit and see what he did with this photo. Alright, I loaded Johan's sidecar here next to it, and let's open it. Okay, so here we can see Johan's edits, and that's the order, that's the modules. First thing is, well, I see you kept this, that's fine, that's your choice, but this one here is certainly not needed. That's very distracting. You can try just taking it off with the retouch module. Much more bright and colored, which is quite nice as well. The only thing I see here is that you did the exposure after the filmic, which is not the recommended order. I mean, of course you can do it however you like, but the recommended order is to use the exposure first to expose for the midtones, and then use the filmic RGB to recover the highlights and the shadows and effectively compress the dynamic range. Okay, so you have rotate and perspective, so you did do something here. What did you do? Disable it? Oh yeah. Okay, so the crop is from this because you didn't use the crop module. You used the rotate and perspective to change the perspective, as you can see. So that's very good. The only thing is it's probably changes the perspective on that building as well. Alright, and then the exposure, I think that's more or less what we ended up putting in exposure. I think it was around almost 2 or 1.8 if I remember correctly, so we can go back and check, but it's not really important, just seeing what did we do differently. Color calibration, okay, it says shot in camera. Okay, using the white balance, no, that's in camera reference, that's fine. Contrast equalizer, okay, I don't know if you've maybe just brightened a little bit in the midtones here a bit. Haven't used the contrast equalizer module in a while. Don't know why it went out of favor with me. I usually use the tone equalizer. Not sure if it's better. I mean, it's not better. There are 100 ways of more or less to do the same thing in Darktable, but that's why I don't think I've touched the contrast equalizer in a while. But alright, what difference does it make? Yeah, it is just adding contrast in the midtones, right? Yeah, very good. Sharpen module, I would definitely move to the diffuse or sharpen. Certainly, have a look at the relevant videos in the Darktable from A to Z series and the showcase. It's a lot more versatile and very nice. Is it on default? Yeah, those are the default, I think, which is fine. Let's just, you know, you could have more control with diffuse or sharpen, like we said. Filmic RGB. Yeah. No reconstruct, but and local contrast. It's a very simple edit, but I think if we get rid of this, it's not bad at all. It's a very effective photo of this square. Is it the city center? I have no idea where that is, but it works. Like I said, I would just take this this off. So here we go. Here you have both of them and next to each other, and we can look again. It's a different cut, so, but like I said, two different styles. And that's it for this video. If you'd like me to edit your photo, then you can submit it following the instructions in the description below. Let me know in the comments what you learned from both my edit and Johan's, and leave any questions, remarks, or suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.